All right. Well, first of all, thanks so very much for letting me have this opportunity, Daniel, to kind of just run you through human fundamentals. Feel
Yep,
free to
thank
ask
you.
any questions as you go through, or if there's anything that
Mhm.
comes through burning questions, and I can answer them as we go.
Okay.
Perfect. So
Okay.
just wanted to give you a little bit of a run through on what human fundamentals is. So it's the missing blueprint behind the human potential. So it talks into all sorts of areas of human fundamentals, human existence, human operating model, and being human effectively. It is the plug and play framework helping people operate at their best emotionally, cognitively, and also behaviorally as well. So it's a full scalable program. It's a done for you project management and change management program wrapped in education and training.
Mhm.
It embeds external resilience. It also elevates communication, leadership, and critical thinking, as well as goes into self-regulation, looking at reflection, resilience, and emotional management. It's a complete cultural cohesion and emotional literacy for your team and your staff.
Mhm.
So as you kind of know, I mean, having worked together many times and have worked across many businesses, you'll probably see the same problems coming up time and time again. So this is the reason why I created human fundamentals in the first place. As most business problems aren't strategy problems, they're actually human ones hidden in plain sight. We just don't look at it that way. But obviously, having worked in change management for many, many years, I decided to kind of put a full program together that knitted all of the areas and all of the problems that I saw across any industry. And for me, that was human fundamentals. So I've put together a full plug and play system that talks and solves those problems.
Mhm.
So, why business problems keep repeating and keep showing up are across four core key areas. They're unrelated emotions, which lead to poor decisions. You've got unclear purpose of individuals, which creates disengagement. You also have very patterned behaviors, and the same things keep cropping up and showing up, which is resulted in miscommunication. And there is typically no humble blueprint within an organization. We talk about training, but again, it's not
Yep.
the actual blueprint of the core problem, which is results in disruption, fatigue, and struggling to handle change management too. So most businesses don't really tend to fail due to lack of strategy. The failure comes down to they just simply don't know how to function very well themselves.
Mhm.
Hence why I created Human Fundamentals. For me, it was that gap. It was the missing piece all along in emotion, purpose, patterning, and process as well. Not just as theory, but as an operating model that your teams have always needed. That's again looking at it from an actual structure point of view and rolling it out as a very simple step-by-step program. So in Human Fundamentals, we don't just train the skill sets, we actually build a human fluency. That we've created a program across 9 key areas, and they're timeless in those areas as well. So they go into emotional, cognitive, and behavioral patterning. So if you look at from the number 1 to 9 here, we're going to emotional regulation, needs and patterns, purpose and value, communication, conflict and polarity, which happens all the time in your teams, leadership, boundaries and integrity setting, resilience and vitality, and critical thinking. These all are really key areas that make up the human operating model. Each and every single one of us has them. There's no difference, no matter if you're talking from blue collar to your C-suite, they're exactly the same, no matter who you're talking about and who you're talking to. It's just that no one's really looked at it in this way. Although it's a sort of a new way of looking at it, it blows my mind really how we haven't considered looking at it like this way before, because it's the same across any industry, any individual, and any team as well. So we go through, and there's a simple step-by-step process that we train in that. They're 9 key modules. It's digital as well as offline too, but we've created it as an instant rollout program. There's no disruption to you or your team. You handle it, you manage it, and you roll it out. It's simple to roll out, and it's embedded for years as well as a licensed program. Now we've done both in-person and digital delivery because obviously working in logistics, as I know and you know, there's both online staff and there's offline staff that don't have that tech capability. So I've created a full program that allows you to do workshop training as well and facilitation training too. So you've got both of those areas for digital online. So your staff can just simply log into it and run that modular structure, but you've also got the workshops and workbooks that you can then download and do in Teams and workshop meetings. It's a full plug and play design. So you train in-house, so it's not outsourced. You manage the training yourself. We've done the full change management, all of the documentation for you. So you simply just plug it in and roll with it. It's embed straight into your culture. So there's no bolt on, there's no separation. You literally manage and own it. And it scales with ease, with no resistance. So yes, it's a complete framework that your team owns, embeds, and scales internally. So so it deals with both the macro and the micro needs of the organization.
Yep.
It's completely built for humans. So it's fit for any industry. So, like I said, because it talks to the operating model of a human, it basically fits any industry as a whole. So, if your business runs on humans, which everyone's does, this program will apply to you. But typically speaking, it's built for logistics, manufacturing, retail and tech, government and education, health and infrastructure, and from startups to global enterprises. So, we do cater for a lot of segments and a lot of areas too. What changes with the program, may you ask? It's completely self-led teams. You won't have micromanaged ones. You regulate your staff and they function better under pressure, so they don't become reactive. They think better, they perform better, and they connect deeper, not just to themselves, but the organization. There is less friction, more flow, and real outcomes that you will see elevated in your entire staff. So it's for me, it's the missing blueprint. It's the missing piece that every company and organization should have. It goes beyond HR. It goes beyond just the training programs. This is the core operating model of an individual, and that then leads into your elevated staffing and elevated culture too overall for the organization. Looking at it from an architecture you've been missing, it is a licensed program, it's completely scalable, and it is fully built to last as well, long term. This is not a quick fix solution. This is a long-term program. It's not coaching either, and it's not another consultancy model. It's completely a scalable human operating system for your team and your organization. It is the underlying current that I believe every organization should have. And it's completely internal architecture for your people that they've always needed. It's built for deep emotional and behavioral transformation. Like I said, I built not just the change management into it. I've not just built the program management into it. I've also built the training part to it as well. So I've knitted lots of things together which are siloed often in organizations, and I've just basically put it as a fully fledged program. So I'd love to get this across your organization. I'd love to help you elevate. I'd love to help you develop your people, your staff, and fix some of your problems for you. So feel free to get in touch. Just scan a way to book a discovery call so we can delve deeper into what I can help transform for you.
Oh, that's fantastic. I think what I love about it most is that it focuses on the real fundamentals. Okay, so culture, connection, and then clarity. Right, so it's grounded, it's human, and it works. Right, so I think with your deep industry knowledge, and with your passion, you know that it's a theory that it's built from real world experience and results, and I think that's what's absolutely fundamental, if I can say here. But I
Oh,
think, look, if you're serious about making people's strategy as strong as your business strategy, I think you need to be able to invest this and watch very closely to how this will, we looked about how scalable it is, and exactly the kind of leadership I think lots of industries really need. So I think human
100%.
fundamentals is great. And it's not just a HR initiative. That's what we need to really think. It's actually scalable, smart, and I think it's really a thoughtful approach to people management as well. So whether you're sort of growing a business or an enterprise navigating through change, I think this model actually gives leaders the tools to support, engage, and grow their teams without drowning in admin or disconnected systems. I think it's really impressive. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this business flourishes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, as we, we've discussed many times over the years.
Mm,
Everything is people led, all of the problems, it's
absolutely.
people led. It's, dysfunction, or it's not looking at the things being held up. There's too many cooks in the
Hmm.
kitchen, there's too many indecisions. This streamlines all of those areas and all those problems. And it's the same no matter what function or area you look at. And no matter what business as well, that the same problems seem to crop up time and time again. So for me, after many years of in change management and looking at like the problems of multiple companies, I just kind of took the initiative to build something that I truly believe is human led and is the missing piece. That's why I've called it the blueprint. It's the missing piece that we don't look at it in this way, but if we did, would absolutely transform many companies, people, and organizations.
Fantastic. Well, Natalie, thank you very much.
No, thank you so much for letting me have the opportunity to share this with you. And I'm really excited
Yep.
to, yeah, transform as a partnership with you guys.
Absolutely, as am I. Thanks once again.
Thank you. I'll speak to you soon,
Bye bye.
Daniel. Bye.